Good morning, my lovely friends. I hope you're all well, happy and healthy. My word of today is time. Time. The reason I've chosen time is because of psychologist Philip Zimbardo. He's one of my favourite psychologists. When I was studying, I had to read a lot of academic papers and a lot of books. And when I read the time paradox, it kind of really... I kind of felt on fire with all his research and all his work, and from a therapy point of view. Because what he does is he says that us as humans solve our problems by living in some kind of time zone. So for some of us, we may be living in the past negative, past positive, or we have the present negative, present positive, and future present and past. And I've just found it really, really interesting because quite often when somebody is in trauma and going through a really, really difficult time, a lot of people would say to them, well, use mindfulness and meditation. And actually the last place that they want to be is in that moment. We could be potentially re-traumatizing that person if we're taking them to that moment. So I love his research because what he suggests is that we can kind of travel along this timeline and to strengthen our resources. So, for example, if we're suffering at the moment, we could go back into the past and look at a happier time to gain resilience, strength and grit, and bring those thoughts and those strengths into the present moment to cope with what we're going through. Or likewise, we could go into the future positive and see how we would like to reenact the present moment. So it's really, really powerful stuff. And we're using the past, present and future as sources of coping mechanisms, and we're not just stuck in the present. So for some people, mindfulness and meditation is the right thing to do in that moment, but others it may not be. So it's really, really interesting to kind of think about where you are when you're struggling with something difficult, and whether you go back to something that is past negative that you're bringing into the future. Obviously, we don't want to do that. We're not looking at therapy. We're looking at things that can really help us in the moment. So thinking about your time now, how do you spend your thoughts on time? It's a really interesting question because it can be really powerful. So what I would suggest you do is maybe take a pen and piece of paper, or audio or video, whatever, and think about all the great things that have happened to you in your life, all the things in the past that are amazing. Scribble them down, write them down, say them out loud, and remind yourself how wonderful life has been. Look at the things that are in the present that are really wonderful. Maybe your connection with friends, maybe that you've got food on the table, and then look to your hopes for the future. What you hope for the future, and look at all of those temporals, and get some thoughts on all of them. I was really touched to listen to a farmer today, and he was doing a heartfelt plea, and in his plea he was able to talk about his past positives that had happened to him, his future plans, and what that meant for the present. And it was just amazing how he went through all the 3 time zones in a matter of, a 2-minute conversation. And we've all got the power to do that. So share your thoughts on time, and any quotes, any films, any music, anything that kind of makes you think of being strong and powerful and resilient in these moments. Lots of love. Speak to you tomorrow. Bye.